Well, it's day 3 and I'm going to attempt to sandblast the carburetor to clean it up because I just can't get a wire brush into all those nooks and crannies.
On5.com.
There's no other way to remove the oxidization and the buildup of crap, so I've just gone and purchased myself a sandblaster which connects to an air compressor. The way this works is we've got sand in there. It's a form of granite. It's a very fine, coarse sand. That sucked up this feed tube here using the Venturi principle. And the way that works is high pressure air comes from the air compressor and is passed across the top of this tube here, this feed hose, and the sand is sucked out and pushed along, and then it's propelled onto the surface, hopefully removing all of this crap on here. So we're about to give that a go. Hopefully it works, because I really don't feel like messing around with a wire brush on this. And yeah, because I've also got the engine to do and I plan on using the sandblaster on that as well. Alrighty, it's definitely an outside job, but it's doing an okay job there. You can see I've just given it a quick blast, and there's sand absolutely everywhere. I knew it was going to be messy, but I didn't know it was going to be this messy. Right, we're going to give the old engine a bit of a crack now and see how that fares. Well, I'd say that's pretty successful, wouldn't you say? G'day team, end of day 3, and it's been a very productive day. I started at about 8:30 this morning and the time now is 6:30 at night. Just going to do a bit of a clean up. I just wanted to cover off a few of the products I've been using. As far as paint is concerned, I got all of these from Super Cheap Auto. They're all Duplicolor products. This one here is an engine enamel, and it withstands up to 260 degrees Celsius, and it's also fuel and oil resistant. I've also used this on the tank because it's the closest I can get to a fuel proof paint. The reason you can't buy fuel proof paints over the counter is they're a 2-pack system, and you need to have well, you essentially need to be professional with the proper equipment, like a spray booth with proper ventilation, because 2-pack paints have cyanide in them, so that's why you can't get them over the counter. So that's on the tank as well. I've then cleared pretty much everything with this here, which is a high heat, chip resistant clear coat, and that withstands 1093 degrees Celsius. The caliper paint I've used on the front wheels, the front caliper and the swing arm, because it's chip resistant and it's a flexible paint and it's quite durable, so that's why I've used this one here. The sandblasting gun, I'm really happy with this, and I'm probably going to have to find more jobs just so I can use it. It's quite fun to use. It's a cast gun, so it's very durable. It came with everything I needed. I bought it from the tool shed, and it cost me, I think it was $32 from the tool shed, and I got a 20 kg bag of the sandblasting aggregate as well, and the total was $50. And even with the overspray on the ground from this, I just swept it up, sieved it, and reused it. It's sand, and it's, yeah, you can reuse it, which is cool. If I'd bought the same gun and 1 kg of sand from Super Cheap Auto, it would have cost me $100. So go tool shed. I'm going to be going there more often. The plan is, as much as I would like to stay true to that awesome picture, simply I'm not going to. The reason being is, although I have the ability and I have the time to reproduce that tank and that seat, I'm impatient. And I just want to get the job done now, because I'm getting all excited and want to see the bike back together. I just want to make progress. So I can't really do that and retain the standard DR seat and tank, because it will look absolutely stupid. So I've decided to just return it to the DR200 format. But what I'm going to do is the whole thing is going to be black with gold graphics. I may regret it. I don't know. I think it'll look alright. I think it looks alright in my head. So the tank is all painted, and that's black, clearly. The frame, black. Oh, the wheels. The wheels have turned out amazingly. For a 20-year-old bike, the wheels have turned out really, really well. I'm really happy with those. The rear shock, once again, not bad. The front forks or front shocks are painted. I've polished the or sandblasted the exhaust, and I've also cleared that to stop it from rusting and oxidizing once it's back on the bike. The carburetor has turned out amazingly as well. It almost looks like new, almost, but really happy with that too. I cleaned up a whole lot of bolts, both with the sandblaster and on a wire wheel, and they'll be getting painted. And here's the engine, and I am so happy with the engine, it's not funny. This thing has turned out beautifully. It is so clean, it's unbelievable. One thing you want to do if you're looking at doing this to a motor and you're going to sandblast, cover the oil sight glass with a bit of tape or something, just so you don't sandblast that, otherwise you won't be able to see your oil level. But yeah, that's the motor. I think it's turned out really, really well. I've just got to give it an oil change, and yeah, it should be good to go. So that's where we're at. Just going to have a bit of a clean up, and yeah, sort this out so that I've got a clean shed tomorrow to hopefully start doing a little bit of assembly.